today with our second video for anti-bullying, and we're joined today with some of the members and directors from Lady Peacock and Gay Positive. Would you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, yes, I'm AJ Mattioli, and I'm the owner of Mattioli Productions and the director of both Gay Positive and Lady Peacock.
I'm Greg Durston. I am the writer of Gay Positive and Lady Peacock.
And I'm Fabian Zarta. I'm one of the actors for Lady Peacock.
Okay. Greg, we're going to start with you. Your film, Gay Positive, it's a documentary. Can you tell us a bit about how it all got started, how
Sure.
it began?
Sure. Do you want me to take the mic?
Sure.
Sure. Gay Positive is a documentary about the ban on gay men donating blood. It was the first film that I began doing with AJ. Lady Peacock eventually came shortly after that. But the project came about from a story I saw online about a man being banned from donating blood. He was presumed to be gay. And I had mentioned to AJ, AJ is somebody that I had known for a few years. And I had mentioned to AJ, because I knew AJ was a filmmaker, that this would be a great story to do. And AJ was very interested. AJ was in the middle of a project. But he said, you know, let's talk in another month and let's make this happen. And so at that point we started doing the documentary. We started filming people on the street and scheduling interviews. And during that, AJ became aware that I had a script for a film. And AJ said, I'd love to see it. And fortunately, AJ loved the script. And at that point, Lady Peacock began.
With Gay Positive, how do you interview people? Do you target people from the community? How do you choose who to interview?
Well, what we decided to do was we were looking for politicians, we were looking for doctors, friends, people connected to us as well, celebrities, actors, and we also went to the street as well. Granted, New York City is pretty liberal. But we were fortunate to find, I mean, all different types of opinions, which fits New York, obviously. But by getting all these different views, we were able to feel how people felt about gay men donating blood. There are a lot of people that don't know about the ban. So we were, or have been informing people that there is a ban. But also in that process, we found out how people felt. And some people thought that the ban should stay. Other people thought it was ridiculous. Gay rights have moved so far just in the last 2 or 3 years. And so now it's every ban or any sort of negative stigma about homosexuals. The community is just pushing for all of them to get lifted because we've dealt with them for too long.
Can I ask you why, and correct me if I'm mistaken, why is it exclusively gay men that cannot donate blood?
Well, there are 3 main groups that are banned for life from donating blood. They are anyone who has ever sold themselves for sex, so prostitutes mostly. Anyone that has intravenous drug user. And then the third group is any man who has had sex with another man since 1977. So it's not exclusively gay men, it's bisexual men, but it's any man who has had sex with another man since that time. And the ban went in 1983 because AIDS was rampant through the gay community and it was seen as a gay disease. And so the ban got put in and it's never been lifted. There's a fear that comes with it being a gay man. It's presumed that they're bringing something.
And I think one of the things that drew me to this documentary, wanting to do this documentary, is one of the few discriminatory things that are against the gay community that's actually affecting every community. Gay marriage, although everyone that I'm associated with thinks that gay marriage should be a non-issue, it directly affects gays, whereas blood donation affects everyone. So it's something that that gay men are discriminated against, but it affects every single group out there, because at some point every group will need or has needed blood. And another thing is, with all the blood is tested, so the whole idea that gay blood is dirty is another reason that I was so attracted to this project, because no one can give you a clear answer. It's not directly about HIV, it's not directly about anything except for a stigma of being a homosexual. All the blood is tested, everything's clean. It's an antiquated law that hurts everyone, not just people in the community. So, which is what drew me to this.
Alright, so that seems like a really interesting project, and we wish you the best of luck. Is it still ongoing, or?
Yeah, we're currently in post-production right now. We're actually in post-production on both films.
On both films, yes.
Both films will hopefully be wrapped in the next few months, but the documentary has taken a longer time because there are so many groups that we're trying to get in. Whereas with Lady Peacock, we had was that 3 weeks of filming?
3 weeks to a month.
Yeah, 3 weeks of filming, and now it's in post-production.
Okay, so from a very serious subject to very fun and would you say somewhat campy?
Oh, it's definitely, I would definitely say campy,
Romantic comedy, and very campy.
Film Lady Peacock, would you tell us a little bit about the film? Maybe AJ, you could tell us a bit about it?
Well, you want to just
sure. The story of Lady Peacock, it's about finding love in the club world, which oftentimes, not so much, in very, very recent time, we're becoming comfortable with being ourselves, but oftentimes that is where you're going to find love, in the club world. And so the story takes place at a club, and it is about this one man who is searching for love, and his high school bully is a performer at the club. And so when he begins to find attraction towards somebody, that bully, it's a drag character, that bully comes in and tries to pull him away.
Who are the characters that are?
The main characters are Connor, Devin, and Adora. And Connor and Devin begin a relationship, and Adora is the high school bully, drag character as well, that tries to pull Devin away from Connor.
So these are people that are now out of high school and they're still interrelated.
They're like early 20s, yes. They're early 20s.
And they're still interrelated.
Yes.
In the future.
Yes.
After high school.
Yes.
What else can you tell us about the plot? It's like.
Would you
I could love